Hey guys, Eric at SideQuest Comics, and welcome in again for a Dollar Diamond. I was actually just restocking my dollar long box that I've been working on that I pull from for these. Since last video, I made a bunch of room. If you guys remember, I did a Doom 2099 and also some Star Brand. So I made a bunch of room in the boxes by pulling out quite a bit. I mean, if you can see, that's a lot that I'm pulling out to bag. I got to bag most of these. They're not bagged, and board them and file them away. But it's making more room. So as you can see, I got a bunch of short boxes. I have some down there. I found some more in another box that I can file away. But I figured I'll have some fresh books to pull from. So we'll go ahead and pull some that we can go table down and talk about and kind of go over maybe why I pulled these. Some of these are from my local store that I got a while back, and I just haven't had time and room to put them in the long box. So some of the other ones are some of the other local stores that I like visiting and finding the dollar buys. So let's go ahead and pull some real quick. So we got one that's sticking up here. That's a pretty good one. I'll pull that one, and I see one sticking up back here. So there we go. There is 3 books. There we go. There is 3 books that we can talk about. Kind of go over why I bought them. Looks like it's going to be an all Marvel dollar dive today, so I hope you like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and go down, and we'll get a close look on these and go over some of the finer points of these 3 comics. All right, guys. The first one I want to jump into is this one right here. This is Battlestar Galactica. This is the first series for Battlestar Galactica, printed by Marvel. And this is number 23, which is the last one in the Marvel series. This one I've been hunting for a while. Of course, it always figures when you're collecting a run, it's always the last one, the last few that you need. But this one came out, it's like right at the beginning of the 80s. 1981, I believe, is what this ran. I mean, there's a 23 is a 23 issue series. It wasn't very long. A couple other companies picked up Battlestar Galactica, like in the 90s. It was Maximum Press, or I think they changed their name to Realm Press. And then for the most part, like with the new series, I think it was Dynamite that ran a lot of their comic series. But this one was kind of cool. The reason I picked it up, I don't know if you guys recognize the artwork, but this is Walt Simonson, who basically did everything in this book. I do believe it says that he wrote it. Writing and drawing by Walt Simonson. And he did a bunch of the issues for this series. So it's kind of cool to see early work done by him, his art style and stuff. And I mean, there's a lot of big artists that worked on this series too. So like if you want to pick it up just for the artwork, because I mean stuff like I think Sal Buscema worked on, Terry Austin, Dave Cockrum did a lot of inks and different stuff. Pat Broderick was another one I think that worked on different issues in the series. So it never really had a dedicated artist or a writer. They just kind of came in and worked on it. I think they were probably capitalizing on the popularity of Battlestar Galactica when it first came out. So nothing, it's got some blemishes and stuff. It's a reader copy, but like I said, it finishes the run for me. Hopefully, I can maybe find an upgrade. We'll see. But pretty cool pickup. Finally finished the run. I think just out of the blue is the reason why I started it. So that's Battlestar Galactica, last issue, number 23. Next one we have here is definitely a reader copy. Oh, you know what? I'm going to take it out of the bag so you can see you guys a little bit better. But this is Howard the Duck, number 19. No guesses why I got this one, but number 19 here, this late 70s. It's pretty rough. I don't even know if I'm going to bother trying to press this. I can always upgrade it later. But yeah, this was paying homage to Amazing Spider-Man number 50 by John Romita Sr., which was the first Kingpin appearance. So it's kind of cool homage to that. You know, they didn't really do that in the 70s that much. So it's neat to see them do that. And I think something with the storyline, if I remember right, was that Howard got turned into a human, so he was coping with living as a human. I mean, they went all the way down to this. I think the original. I'll pop it up somewhere over here, but Foul No More. I think it said Spider-Man No More type of thing. So it's totally right off of that. That classic number 50 Spider-Man. But yeah, this one, it's kind of like I said, it's a reader copy. It wasn't a very long series. It was like only ran for like 30 some issues. Um, but the artist, I believe, is Gene Colan was the penciler in this. A lot of you guys are familiar with his work with basically a lot of stuff in the 70s. Steve Gerber was the writer and the editor on this. I don't, this series intrigues me for the time period. It's like the artwork is like some of the people are very stylistic, realistic, but then you got this dude that's very cartoony looking duck. I always thought Howard was very cartoony. I don't know. Some of you guys may be fans of the 80s movie that came out. I think it was a George Lucas movie that didn't do so well in the theaters, but it was a fun movie as a kid. I like I said, it's a reader copy. It looks like it's got a little bit of water damage. Like it was probably sitting unbagged and bored in somebody's basement forever. But yeah, fun to read. Well, check it out. I've been picking up Howard's books when I see them in the dollar bins. So, fun read. You know, I don't think Howard's been really. I know he's had a couple modern series, but hasn't really been a big book in a long, long time. So, but Howard the Duck number 19. Check it out. If you can't get the Amazing Spider-Man, get the Howard the Duck 19. Right. Okay, last up, third pick from my dollar dive is this one. It's a modern book. This is X-Force number 1, the most recent volume of X-Force taking place during the Krakoan age. This actually, they just wrapped up with issue 50. And like I said, modern book, this came out, it's probably about 2019, 2020, I think it was. And this just proves that sometimes stores do put fairly modern, popular books in dollar diving bins. This one could have been simple. They had a lot of back stock, and sometimes they throw those things in there for people that are digging through. So it's kind of cool. Always check those dollar bins. You never know what you're going to find. I actually really needed this A copy of X-Force number 1. I was a little late into starting to collect all these modern X-Men books, and the only thing I could find was like a second print variant cover with like Wolverine fighting somebody on it. It wasn't the most attractive cover. Cool art on it and stuff, but I wanted the original. You get the splash of the team at that time. And it's kind of neat to compare this to number 50 to see how much the team changed over the time. So this is cool. It's one of my favorite writers of this modern time, modern books, is Benjamin Percy, who wrote Ghost Rider. He wrote, I think, almost all of the most recent Wolverine. And then Joshua Cassara, who, little side note, did some of that art there of the lagoon scene from X-Men. But yeah, this is X-Force number 1. You see the team, kind of interesting team. Went through a lot of changes in here, but I really like Joshua Cassara's style. As you can see, this was the starting point for this was basically the X-Men's hit squad. Their CIA is basically what a lot of times they're called. So yeah. I was really excited to see this. I think I found some other number 1s. Like I was missing a number 1 X Factor that came out at that time. And I think I found that at the same time. So very cool to have this. to add to, so I don't have to live with that second print anymore. But yeah, X-Force #1 from the dollar bin. Go figure. There you go, guys. There's another dollar diving video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed what I picked out. It's an all Marvel dive today, but some cool picks, and I hope I explained why I got these. I know a lot of times people look at dollar bins and think, oh, there's nothing in there type of thing. But you know what? You never know. Like I said, you may find something that's got some cool artists, or maybe it's a kind of an upgrade for something that you already had. This one was a modern book. I was surprised to find it, and just something that's kind of neat to have collector wise. Fun. It's a fun book to have, and it's paying homage to a pretty big book that I don't know if I can get it yet, but I got this one. I can pretend it's Spider-Man, right? Let me know down below, guys, what you think. Give me a like. That's really important for the video to get out to everybody. And give me a follow if you haven't subscribed already. And comment down below what you guys think of the Dollar Dive pulls that I did for this video. Do you guys have these books? Is this something you would consider getting besides the Spider-Man one? Probably not, but it's a nice alternative. And, a good way to start those modern books if you're missing out on them. And just some cool. This one, I almost kind of wouldn't mind getting it signed by Walt Simonson. So let me know down below what you guys think of those. And while you're at it, don't forget to head over to Instagram. Follow me over there, where you can see my weekly posts that I do there of, Mutant Mondays or my pickups from New Comics Wednesday. But that's all I got for you guys for this dollar dive. Stay tuned for more of these. I have a lot of fun with these. I do have to finish putting this into here so we can refill the variety of my dollar bin boxes. But until next time, guys, when you're out there dollar diving, looking for stuff that you never know what you're going to find, happy questing, and we'll talk to you next time, guys.